Welcome back to Intables, everyone. So the market very choppy today, which I will be going over the market on Sunday and exactly how I plan on playing into it. Again, we do have news over the weekend, so I'm going to go over it on Sunday so that way we're prepared for the next week. But I do want to go over RDBX and CYN, exactly how these broke out today, what exactly gave us confirmation to continue on throughout the day. Now, before I jump into this, all I ask in return is you smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more chart updates every single day that I mentioned throughout the week. Again, if you are a day trader or you're just tired of looking at the market all throughout the day and you'd rather have somebody do it for you, go to instables.com in the description below, and only for $15 a month, you guys will never miss a breakout like today again. So let's jump into this one. Now, jumping into the daily chart with you guys here on RDBX, as you guys can see, we were looking for a gap fill. We did mention multiple breakouts here, but today we actually mentioned this one on a break over 5. We also did have a volume spike this morning, a higher risk leading into 5. We did break over 5. We broke up to $6.22. Had over a 20% breakout here. Very, very choppy, but sure enough, did continue on up as we did mention that the market was continuing on lower. And we were reacting to the market coming down, so we did have our continuation here. Very similar to CYN. As you guys can see, we were on a gap fill, and we were continuing on up as the market was continuing on down. So as you guys can see, we did have a resistance here at $5, but however, as you guys can see, we did continue on past it as we had extra pressure to the downside. We did reach our next consolidation point that we did have when we did continue on lower. We are getting rejected to the upside exactly at that point. So going into next week, I would say RDBX is extremely high risk. If we can continue on into new highs, then I'm sure there's some type of play that would be there if the market did continue on lower. But again, that is only if the market did continue on lower and RDBX did decide to continue on with strength to the upside as we are reaching a very key resistance. So again, I would be very careful with RDBX. Now looking at CYN, as you guys can see, again, we have been on quite the run as well. We are reaching our previous consolidation points. So what we need to happen here is we do need to continue on into newer highs as well, just like RDBX. Now, in my opinion, if we did have a possible continuation with both of these stocks, I would say CYN has more of a chance to continue than RDBX, and the reason why is because CYN is a defensive stock, so at least they have somewhat of a reason to be continuing on with the market going down. But however, RDBX is very much moving on speculation volume. There are no major fundamentals here that do give us confirmation on a possible continuation here. So again, just looking for new highs here with RDBX or CYN. But again, like I said, CYN not only has more of a chance because it's a defensive stock, but because we also do have more of a possible gap here that we can continue on up from, all the way up to $7.20 possibly if we do continue on down in the market. But again, just looking at how CYN and RDBX are reacting to the market that day and continuing on higher as the market continues on lower would be exactly what I would be looking at. So just keeping that in mind. Now jumping into the 5-minute with you guys here, and I really wanted to go over this with you guys so you guys can see exactly the simple indicators that we watch throughout the day for possible continuations. Again, you guys can go heavy on a possible break, but maybe you want to go lighter on a possible swing because we have indicators that are incentivizing that we could continue on further. As you guys can see, we did have our 20-day moving average holding above our 50, showing us that we still could continue, and these EMA lines above the MACD also very much does show us that we still could continue as well. We did hold above the MACD even though we did cross down. We could have played intraday with these EMA lines crossing, of course. However, we did hold above our MACD, again above the median of our MACD, showing us that we still could continue. So therefore, we did continue. Very similar to CYN here, as you guys can see, we did hold our 20 above our 50. We came back down, but we did bounce off of our 20-day moving average, and as you guys can see, we did continue on up. A very strong bounce off of our 20-day moving average after having a pullback, very much giving us a possible continuation here, and sure enough, we did continue. But again, very choppy at this point. As you guys can see, we did continue, and then we came back, and then we continued. So again, just watching the market at these points was very key intraday, but sure enough, we did continue. And again, very similar to RDBX's MACD, as you guys can see, we did have our EMA lines above the MACD throughout the whole day. We did not get our orange line below our MACD, and we did bounce back over, and we did continue as the market did continue on down. Again, a very nice breakout with CYN and RDBX, and an amazing time to take profits at any point in time on any major spike. So again, whenever you get major spikes, it's a good time to be, in my opinion, getting out of the position so that way you guys can play good intraday plays. So again, keeping the 20-day and the 50-day moving average on watch during the day, in my opinion, is extremely key. Now, looking at our volume here, as you guys can see, we did have an increase in volume on CYN, but this isn't the best indicator to necessarily look at. I do like looking at the buy pressure on our MACD more so than the volume. As you guys can see, even on CYN, we did continue on higher. But again, if we were looking at the market, even though we did have not a lot of volume here, we did have a lot of buy pressure, and we did continue on up as we were testing to break above our 20-day moving average and break continue highs. We did have that increase in buy pressure, breaking above our previous buy pressure point from earlier in the day. So that was our next intraday break that we had as confirmation. But again, as far as swinging throughout the day, again, like I said, 20 moving averages above the 50, very key, and EMA lines above the MACD, extremely key to make sure we do continue on up. Again, this is only an indicator and very much has to be on the watch with what kind of news you have, of course, and how exactly that stock is moving. And again, like I said, that's exactly why I mentioned the market moving down, moving against the market, and sure enough, continuing on higher with CYN and RDBX. Now, again, with that said, if you guys are day traders or you guys are looking for intraday perspective breakouts throughout the day, I know the market has been very choppy. If you're looking for these major breakouts throughout the day, I know the market may even seem like something to not even be in at all sometimes. But when you guys have major breakouts and you're watching levels and you're watching volume and you're playing consistent, watching indicators, it's very, very consistent in my opinion. And I've been doing great. A lot of people have been wondering how good you've been doing in the market. You know, like I'm the one alerting them. I've been doing great. I haven't even really did any bad trades this week, to be honest. I've been playing really patient. Morning spikes have been the easiest in my opinion, but these major breakouts midday have been just the easiest plays, of course, when we break into new highs and we have obvious reactions against the market or on news or whatever the case is that we have in the Instables room. And again, all of you Instables that support the channel every single day, I appreciate every one of you guys. We're going to continue to go at it, let the market come to us. Amazing breakouts here and just letting the plays come to us every single day. Even if the market goes down as much as it did today, just letting these plays come to us. I feel like a lot of people have been very discouraged, and I'm glad I'm here to hopefully help. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.